Yo, what's going on, guys? Midnight already for me. I just wanted to do a quick rebuild of the Gentleman65. Also want to remind people I only have 2 days left for this Icky 68 giveaway. So actually looking really forward to shipping that out to the winner. So kind of hyped about it. Let's see. Give me 1 sec. All right, so for those of you that are not familiar with Posiedon switches, another long pole, JWK recolor, but this is like a triple spring. I forget what the weight is. Let me actually look that up real quick. Carries because the Frontier has them too. Let's check these out real quick. So here we go. Palm stem 5 pin, 58 gram, 3-stage spring. So really is a JWK recolor, just pretty dope. I actually have these in my Monokay Hadari. So I already used them before. I know that I like them. I have a lot of extra ones, so I just want to use them up. So we'll see how this goes. I also have work in like 5 hours, so I want to make sure that I don't take too long, because I know I had these switches ready to go. So, switch over real quick. It's out. Let me know if the music is too loud. It shouldn't be, but if it is, just let me know. Give me a heads up. Let me move this stuff out of the way. So usually, guys, I usually stream on Thursdays. But I didn't get to stream last Thursday. I was tied up with work and stuff, so I just wanted to make up for it today. So we're gonna stream first thing on a Tuesday. Well, I'm on the East Coast, so for me, Eastern time zone, it's Tuesday already. And if you're not familiar with the Gentleman65, Squashy Boy actually did a review on this board. It's up on YouTube if you want to get some background information on this. So this is the SE edition. It's an aluminum board, 65%, if you couldn't guess by the name. I actually really like the board. I did have it built previously on a hot swap, but I'm gonna do a soldered build this time around. If you saw me build it the first time, it was I broke one of the sockets on the hot swap PCB. Decide I'm gonna need that. Uh, so I figured second time around, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a soldered build. So the PCB works. The hot swap PCB works, but I knew that there was a broken switch in there, so I was like, or a broken socket. So I figured to just redo it. These are actually just like tape mod pads, or I don't even really know what to call it. But this is just like a piece of tape. So I'm gonna definitely use this at the end. It really helps bring out the sound of the board, or it really isolates the sound on the PCB, so you get that switch sound, and it pairs really well with long pole switches. So I already took the screws out of this thing. Um, I never really stored it properly, so everything I already had here, as you can see. But I'm gonna have to take this off so that I can go ahead and put the rest of the board together. And if it's too dark, let me know so I can brighten the lights a little bit. We got my stabilizers over here. I just start with these. Honestly, I could go plateless here. I could definitely go plateless. Yeah, if it's a little too dark, give me 1 second. Let me brighten that up. How's that? Better? Oops. Light on too. Awesome. So let me disassemble this, and then I will go ahead and try and put this thing together as quickly as possible. It has nothing to do with me not wanting to build it, just entirely on me trying to finish quickly enough so that I can actually get some sleep before I work tomorrow. Call correctly, this is the right bit. Nope. Well, yep. Here we go. So there are some O-rings on these screws just to kind of soften the top mount. Think of it as kind of how the Mode 65 has like that ISO top mount. Or actually, this is very similar to the Satisfaction 75, if that's a board you guys are familiar with. Sirius, what's up, man? It's going well. You know, kids are asleep. I figure make up for my stream that I missed last week and do some rebuild this board, because as much as I enjoyed it, you know, I had to get around to doing the solder build. So I took it apart and I haven't been able to use it for like a week. I was planning on rebuilding it last Thursday, but I just never was able to get online to stream. Yeah, but not intentionally. I was using this board a lot. I was swapping between this and the Think 6.5. Um, and that's really it. Those are the only boards I've really been using over the past few weeks. Oh, and the portal. I've been using the portal with the Rad V2s. I've been enjoying that one too. I know I criticized the hell out of those switches on stream when I did that quick review of the or that quick preview of the switches when they first dropped, but they're not bad. Let me put this over here. Um, I haven't felt that way. I don't think they feel inconsistent, or I haven't had any issues with that. The only thing that was disappointing to me is that it was a pretty generic full nylon housing, palm stem, long pole. Like it was super generic. It was just riding the same wave that everybody else has been for the like all summer or like earlier this year. Like there was nothing really interesting about the Switch because they changed the materials of the Switch. It isn't even really like a V2 of the originals. It's an entirely different Switch. They're just trying to use the name. Like it's just I don't know. I didn't like the move. I feel like it should have been the same Switch, just make it 5 pin, and that's it. That's all they had to do. But I get it. They the other Switch was really, it was pretty popular. I know Alex Sotos and Apiary used it a lot, so I'm sure a lot of people got it because they had them. Yeah, I don't know. I have a bunch of creams, and I was thinking of making creamsicles because I know they're gonna be really similar to the Epsilons. Okay. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Probably not. I mean, I didn't even see it what the Frog Mini looks like. I don't know, man. I've been very disinterested in a lot of the stuff that's been coming out. Maybe I may get it. Everybody else is getting it. That's the worst reason to even get a board. Like I kind of still want a set what's it called, a Mr. Suit or like a 7V or something like that. I still want one of those or a jelly, but I get it. Oh, the F2's coming out. I know Gion was doing something else that I was actually pretty interested in. It was the man, what's it called? Give me one sec. Oh, I don't have a board here. Whatever. Something 65. They're doing like a 65% board that has like tension brackets that the plate kind of sits on. Like the whole plate assembly sits on that. It was really interesting. It was an interesting board to see. Hey, what's up, Means? Always good to see you. Haven't haven't seen you around in a while, man. I know you work like a madman. And all the latest videos that I've seen on Instagram have been really clean, man. That A1 is no joke. Oh yeah, so then you're giving me information that's hot off the presses. I have so many things that I gotta do. My giveaway's ending this week, so I gotta ship that out to the winner. Um, I gotta send some boards to Sard to get Cerakoted. Really haven't decided on what exactly to send. Originally, I was gonna just do a tofu and like the bakaneko, but I saw that like his work has been coming out super clean, so I'm down to send him something else. You have two extra portals. Oh, yeah, you now I remember you had the horror stories where none of your stuff was coming out right. They all came like damaged or screwed up in some way or another. I remember. That sucked, man. Mine had like a tiny ding on it, and he was like, "Oh, here, I'll refund you, 50% of the total cost of the board." Like he was really cool about it. Glizzo did a. I mean, you know, I wish that they would have just packaged things better, and all of that could have been avoided. Yeah, he does the whole thing by himself. He should have spent a little bit more on packaging. But I hear that the sequence did really well. The price point was a little bit lower, and you get most of the experience out of it. And it's nicer than the Bakaneko 65. Brown stone makes me want a darker case color. I have white and silver. Be aware it's not include screws. Wait, hold on. The When you get the weight for the board, it doesn't come with screws. You have to provide your own screws. That's kind of weird. That's that's kind of weird. Oh, dude, I got a new PCB for the Han 60 because the first one that came had issues. It wasn't being detected in VIA. It wasn't being detected by my computer at all, and it turned out the daughter board was bad. Um, Real quick, let me just show you what that board looks like. I really like the shade of gray, but I don't because I got the gray one. But I don't think that it matches what's on the website. Like I'm pretty sure what's on the website looks like your standard gray, but this actually looks way different. It's like a has like a greenish tint to it. Like it looks I liked it more, if anything. So it's like really dark. Like even on my camera, because Sony color science doesn't really show like yeah, it doesn't really show like what it actually looks like. Like it's not an accurate color representation. Like that's pretty close, but it's like really dark with like a hint of green in it. So I feel like it's way nicer than a standard gray because I have a tofu over here, a tofu 60 that's gray. You can kind of tell the difference right there. Yeah, this one that's unbuilt is a Han 60. I just got it last week. Yeah, if you go on the website, it looks like the gray color looks like the tofu. But like I said, I like this more. So I'm glad that it wasn't just a standard gray. And I would assume that, you know, they didn't send me the wrong color because green wasn't even a choice. It's just a different shade of gray, I guess. I'm happy with it. So this is gonna be my first gasket mounted 60%. It's weird because I have like what gummy O-ring 60s and obviously tray mount 60s, but I haven't done like a gasket 60. Let's see. Yeah, the rose gold one looked nice too. My salvation is supposed to be coming in sometime soon because it's Q3 of 2022. So hopefully it comes in. Oh, Neens, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it. PC now? What? What are you talking about? Oh, gotcha. Neens, man. I know I keep asking, but I'm not sure who else is going to like the Cannon Keys meetup in Rhode Island. Like I think for you it's like probably like an hour and a half drive, but I know that tickets are sold out. Or you probably wouldn't even go. You're probably too busy. Yeah, I figured. So it's like a 3 hour drive for me. Yeah, Brian's actually on the panel. Clackbait was originally gonna go, but like direct flights from Texas are scarce, and like I don't know, it just seems like a challenge. Let me just make sure this thing slides in all the way still. All right, so I'm gonna do these two corners. Well, also well, more than just that, right? I think it's that Rhode Island is just not like it's not really like a major like even their biggest airport is not like a major airport. Like even for me flying out of JFK, like I didn't have that many options, and even to try and fly back, like that wasn't gonna work out. I'm just gonna I'll probably take the family van, like the minivan with me, go up there. So I told Clack, I was like, dude, just go. I'll get a hotel room with 2 beds to help ease the cost for you. He was like, flights are like fucked up. So I'm gonna go up. I'll just be there. Um so my plan is to take off of work that Friday. And then drive up probably like midday. It's never difficult for me to drive through Connecticut. I don't know. It depends. I'd be down to stop, especially if I take off of work. I could leave a little earlier. It's gonna be a 3-hour drive. I'm probably like an hour, 20 minutes, hour and a half from you. Because I was close by last month. I was close to New Haven. And I feel like I need a new mat, but there's nothing wrong with this one. It's just, I don't know. I wanted to get one that's a little bit bigger, but this is probably like the perfect size anyway. Oh man. How much is the 70 to 200? Is that the one that's like 1,800 bucks? $28. Shit. Yeah. I can't do that. Especially just for streaming. Like, nah, I can't do that. First of all, my wife will kill me. But I feel like that's too much for a lens. Like, if I'm not a professional photographer, I have no business spending that kind of money on a lens. Or if I don't do like any kind of marketing, like especially right now, like it's not a good time for me to probably buy a lens that costs that much. And I'm sure it's an amazing lens. How far is your camera from your face though? Like my camera's not far at all. It's probably like 1.5 feet. It's right there. Should hold it in place. I think my next purchase is gonna have to be a new soldering iron. I complain about this one every stream, and it's not that it doesn't heat up fast enough. It's not, it's just difficult to handle because the cable's so thick. It's so annoying. Like, it makes me not want to use it. God, plate forks are so nice. Like, I don't know how I got along without it. I mean, I probably don't really need it on this plate because FR4. But for sure, if I do something on like a polycarbonate plate or like a palm plate, like any of the softer materials, it has come in clutch. Because sometimes when you push down on the switch and then like one of these like sink in with the switch. Oh, you have they're not CAD drawings, right? What are they? What application do you guys use for 3D printing models? Is it still CAD? I want to make sure I don't bend any pins and all these going straight. Oh, nice. Cable Mods just actually they did an announcement for my giveaway on their channel, which is awesome of them because it's ending like tomorrow's the last day to enter, and then I'm gonna do the drawing and then I'll announce it on stream on Thursday. But obviously, whoever actually wins, I'll probably reach out to them directly as soon as I find out who it is. I'll give them time to respond. If they don't get back to me, I'll probably just re-roll to see who the next person is. I also didn't want to do the whole, you know, USA only thing with the giveaway. I just said fuck it, like whoever, like anybody can join. So I'll do international. I'll pay the shipping. I'll pay, customs. I'll pay all that shit. Probably gonna end up being as much or more than what the board is worth. But I'm totally down to send it wherever. Trying to do right by the community. Dude, I really wish that I had more time for this. Like every time I open up DaVinci Resolve, I'm like, all right, I gotta edit down these VODs and get them on YouTube. I have so much I have so many different videos that I gotta upload. Give me 1 sec. Hold on. Be right back. Sorry about that. Want to get something to drink. On switches. And all the way through. Let me hurry up. I'm over here bullshitting, trying to use a plate fork when it's not necessary for FR4. Man, I must have jinxed myself because as soon as I went to go put this switch in, it sunk in. The plate sunk in a little bit. Set this. Ooh. For the Han 60, I think I'm gonna do Sangan bottom. And I think for everything else, I'm gonna do standard ANSI layout. Because I was looking at the PCB, and I think that you can only do like if you do split right shift, I'm gonna end up having the question mark on the right side of the shift key, and I hate that. I hate that with a passion. So I'm just gonna do the standard ANSI layout. I'm gonna abandon arrow keys altogether on that 60, which is fine, but because I'm doing Sangan on the bottom, I won't be able to do my arrows the way I would want to. It's gonna end up doing, what is it, right alt, right control, right win key, and I guess shift. Or no, I can't even do that. I have to use IJKL. Someday, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I'll be honest, man. Work has been kicking my ass. So I've been trying to decompress playing a lot of Ghost of Tsushima. Which I've had it since it like came out on PS4, and I just never played it ever. And then I got a PS5 when PS5 first launched, and I played my PS5 maybe 10 hours since I've had it. This is the first like time, like the first week that I've actually used my PS5, and I really slept on it. I was like, it's not even worth owning and all this bullshit, but it's pretty decent. It has some decent games. Nice. And then my Xbox Series X doesn't get used at all, so I boxed it up. I put it away. Feel like with the Series X, yeah, it's more powerful, but it felt like the same thing as the Xbox One X. Like the UI is the same, controller is barely different. It's the same games. They're just what, 4K, 120 FPS. Nah. Maybe I'll do step caps on this. Why not? Imagine, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. hell out of that pin. Yeah, I'm gonna do stepped caps. No idea what set I'm gonna throw on here though. May just go GMK white on black for this build. Big Ken, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. The thing is, for me, I barely ever use caps lock at all. So I really just do it for the aesthetic. Like, doesn't bother me, you know. I could take it either way. I don't mind, you know, if it's a regular caps lock or if it's stepped. It's whatever. Yeah, man, that's how I feel. I feel like right now I'm in a weird place where I have, um, I don't want to say too many boards. I think it's more so that I have boards that I know I'm never gonna use, or I have no desire to use. Like the tofus that I have, I don't even want them anymore. I have three. I have a black one, a gray one that I showed earlier, and I have a polycarbonate one that's not even built. I have like one of those like old like low profile 60% boards that I got from like One Up Keyboards like way back in when I started the hobby. And then I have a pair of those like god awful super cat layout uh PCBs. Yeah, I don't know how it's for anybody. I mean, he likes it, so it's just taking the question mark and moving it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I understand that it wouldn't work otherwise, but just make it like a 1U or like a 1.25U space bar or something. Just do whatever you got to do to fit to not break up that little cluster. Like once you put the question mark on the other side of shift, it just ruins the keyboard for me. That's really the problem I have with the layout, not the arrows. You know, the arrows are the only redeemable thing is that even has. What are you running, Mac OS on your dual boot or Linux? Because I assume it's Windows and something else. Windows and Linux, yeah. I figured. I wish I would have learned how to code when I was younger. I went into network engineering, but that was also a decent career path at the time. I mean, it still is, but I didn't know coding was going to be as huge as it became. And coding is everything. You always need programmers. Yeah, no, man, you're good. You got your whole life ahead of you. I didn't start figuring anything out until I was 25. That's when I moved away from my hometown and just kind of like started working on my career, taking it seriously. My brother gets out of the military in November. He's going to school for dentistry afterwards. But it was the same deal with him. He was like, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna do career military," and then he was like, "Fuck that! Like, I'm not sticking around for this." I know I didn't test the PCB on stream, but I did test it last week. Hopefully, I don't run into any issues. Why don't you just hand wire it? Because you would only have to do one. You would have only had to do that one circuit. Probably could have done a hand wire if you wanted to keep that full backspace. Did you damage the pad when for that hot swap socket? That's weird. But shit like that happens with everything. If something just stops working. Okay. Almost done here. Yeah, that's all of them. I should not need this again. Put this down. You know what I don't know is if the screws are long enough to pass through the plate and PCB, or if I'm supposed to snap those off of the PCB because they're like serrated. They look like they're long enough, but I'm not sure. So they seem to fit, or they seem to go all the way through. Yo, Clack, what's up, man? Always good to see you coming through. How's everything? Dude, you've been a workhorse this month. I feel like you've been putting out like 3 videos this week. Chilling, nothing. I know you're editing something right now. You've been going off this month. So what's your formula right now? We're doing 2 shorts, 2 shorts and a full-length vid every week. Fuck, man. You're not going to the meetup, right? That was your final answer. If not, it's all good. I understand. Yeah, no, that's a pain in the ass. Are they all just based out of Rhode Island? That's where they are, right? For Cannon Keys. For me, it's gonna be a 3-hour drive, which is substantially cheaper than flying right now. That and I don't mind the drive. I drive to Connecticut all the time anyway. This thing is filthy with fingerprints. I probably should have cleaned it more often. Yeah, it's just because it's rose gold. I wanted it to keep looking clean, but it's gonna be face down all the time. Very so. Giveaway is ending, man. It was a cool experience. You know, hopefully some of these people stick around and actually watch. I have so many VODs to edit down. I just feel like I never have time. Why wouldn't you? Everybody should just enter. Whoever wins wins. It is what it is. Can't tell if it's hot or not. Probably not, I guess. Not anymore. I would have burned myself. Okay. Oh, Clack, man, I gotta let you know if I end up going to Houston for work, I'll hit you up. I have a project out there. And what, Butterfingers? I got a project out there for a video wall that the installation did not go well. So I gotta get eyes on it. Or at least that's my excuse for traveling. Don't like that. I think I was supposed to snap off those I was supposed to snap those things off the PCB, which I can do after the stream at some point. It's not like it's gonna bend. See that? It's like a gap there. Okay, it's an easy fix. Yeah, the hot swap didn't have that. I think it only has those so that I could do a plateless build with it. Oh well, how? Oh well, how well? Thank you for the follow. I see. Maybe. Nah. You know? Mm, maybe laser. Aether? I know what I'll do. Get rid of this. We will do. Bushido. Dude, I don't have the patience to do a plateless build. This one's stiff. Look at that. I like the sound. Heath, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, stepped. Duh. Actually, Connor, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for dropping by. What? I'll say hi anyway, Connor. Hi, Connor. How's your night going? Or morning, depending on where you live, I guess. Take care. Have a good night. You're not interrupting at all, man. Take care. D and B. Hmm. Ooh. Need a R1 or an R2 delete key. I know I have it. Put it in here already. There it is. Clean all this stuff up so I can do a quick sound test. All right, let's hope this PCB still works. Man, lit up. Ah, right here. If I press escape while I'm holding function, this is pressing the tilde and left shift at the same time. Other than that, seems fine. I think that I have to download. I have to download the firmware. I think it's via compatible firmware. Build guide resources. Please note, brass weight installed, soldered PCB only. Please ignore household PCBs. The soldered PCB will flash with firmware that did not support VIA. To utilize VIA, soldered PCB is necessary to flash PCB with firmware that supports VIA. Download here. Okay, cool. Let's download QMK, or rather, let's open up QMK. What is it usually? View mode. Download. go. All right, cool. Successful. Should find it now. Odd. Oh, hold on. Upon opening view, go to the settings page. It will show design tab. Go to the design tab. Load button. Yeah, settings page design. Download this. Firmware is waiting to approve. Developers want to approve it when that needs to load. Okay, cool. So every time I open VIA, I have to upload this file. Yet. All right, now it's here, Gentleman65. Okay, cool. Let's. No bueno. Show you guys real quick. Right now, what I have going on. Oh, I'm doing the Han 65, the Han 60. I'm gonna do it on Thursday. But this is what I have going on currently here. See? Fix that. It's nice. The case is nice. Hold on one sec. Let me show you. I showed it in the beginning of stream. This is their gray color, but it really is. It's not the same color as it shows on the website, which is obviously, normally would be a red flag, I guess, because you're not getting the color that you thought you purchased. I actually like this color better, so for me it worked out. But so this is their gray, which is like a really dark, like grayish, like green. It has like a green tint to it. The machining is really good. It reminds me of, like, the angles remind me of the Fiel, honestly. But yeah, so the color is not what it looked like on the website. On the website, it looked more like this, like how this tofu looks. So it looked like that, and then it ended up being much darker by comparison. So I actually like it better. I think this is a really nice board. It's pretty heavy. It's gasket mount. We'll see how it goes. He sent me a brand new PCB, which I tested. It turns out that the daughter board that came with it was no good, and it came with all the foam. So I have my plate foam, I have switch foam, and I have the case foam. And I may go Gateron black inks in here, just because I don't know, if I end up using all the foam, it's probably going to be pretty muted anyway. So I figure it'll make that switch sound even muted, even more muted. Oh, I got a polycarbonate plate. I wanted it for the flex. The plate is actually kind of nice. It's not super thin. It's not super thick either, but oh, this thing is still sealed. I didn't even take it out of here yet. But it's relatively thick, or it's thicker than most poly plates that I've seen, but it's still very flexible. I definitely am gonna have to use the plate fork for this one. They give you more than enough gaskets and feet and everything. So, but yeah, man, the guy that running it is really cool. I told him that you and I kind of had talked, because I was talking to him today over email. But yeah, man, he got this sorted out for me right away. Same day that I told him I had an issue, is when it shipped. That's for Thursday. Let me do a quick sound test real quick so I can get to bed. It's not it doesn't sound bad, but the Poseidon switch has, it's like Andy did a review on it, and I can already tell they're gonna be kind of fatiguing. Um, I like them, but for some people, they may feel a little bit heavier because it's a super long spring, and it's like triple stage, so it gets progressively heavier. But let me do another sound test, and let me turn the lighting off because there's no need for that. You know what's funny? I noticed that the Merrill PCB kit actually supports a 10U spacebar. I gotta see if there's any way I can get a 10U spacebar so I can build something that looks ridiculous. Oops, messed up. Ugh. one more. Ugh. Yeah, man, I like it. I like it a lot. I like the sound. I don't think it's bad. Clack, man, you know me and you're always connected. You can hit me up whenever, even if it's just to bounce ideas. But I think I'm gonna start. I gotta start trimming down some VODs. I just have so much stuff saved, and I still haven't even bought my NAS yet. So, man, I am exhausted. How did it sound for you guys? Do I need to do another sound test? Was it not great? Tang, thank you for the follow. TKT Rev, thank you. Let's see. T Dog, what's going on? T Dog, man, I had there was somebody I used to play, and I'm dating myself here, but I used to play Mech Assault with back in like 2001. His name was T Dog on Xbox Live. Let me do one more. Let me do one more sound test. Ugh. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Man, I am looking forward to Thursday, but I'm looking forward to giving away that keyboard even more. Kind of weird. I hope that the person that wins is somebody who does not have a ton of keyboards that just entered just for the sake of it. I hope it's somebody that actually would like to build out their first mechanical keyboard. That is my hope. Is that what will happen? I have no idea. For all I know, Glarses would win of all the people. He's another one that's on a roll, man. You guys are putting out a ton of content. I'm super jealous. And Clack, man, I know with you I got no excuses because I know you're just as busy as I am. Yeah, I gotta take a resolve crash course. I don't think I have like the effects right now. All I'll probably be able to do is just trim down VODs before I can do anything with like B-roll, whatever. But I did switch. You know, speaking of footage, I did switch my cameras to 4K since I updated to the Camlink Pro. So for my face cam is in 4K and my overhead's in 4K. Yeah, man, this was a fun stream, fun unplanned stream. Definitely enjoyed it. What'd you end up picking up? Would you get an XT4? Really? Sick. Is that's not their flagship, right? That's not the Fuji flagship. Thanks, T Dog. I appreciate it, man. You know, this stream was not built overnight. There were a lot of ups and downs on this one. But humble beginnings. So I actually started streaming in like 2016, but I never took it as serious as I have been this year. But you know, it's been a lot of learning. Man, part of me wants to do a group buy review because I saw that there was some stuff that was up that looked pretty interesting, but maybe I'll do that on Thursday since I'll have more time because I literally started at midnight. So I just hit the 2 hour mark. But Thursday I'll be streaming probably starting at 10 p.m. and I'll probably do a 2 or 3 hour stream. It depends. I also have a new plate and PCB for my Mode 65. So I don't know if I'll just save that for the week after. So I don't want to run out of boards to build. And I have no idea when my salvation is supposed to arrive. The Titan 65 got pushed back because of the PCB issues. They had to remanufacture the PCBs. Average Joe, or at least that's what I think. AR Joe Wando. Thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. I'm actually wrapping up stream. Let me see who's online. If there's anybody I can raid. That's another thing I gotta, get better with my streamer etiquette. Usually I just sign off without passing the love around to anybody. Let's take a look. Who's around? Tim. Tim is on. Okay. Let's do that. Let's see. Backslash raid. Tim Keyless. So we'll jump in into Tim's stream. Everybody, thank you for stopping by, man. I really appreciate all the love. I appreciate everybody coming through. Good luck on the Icky 68 giveaway. Um, you know, best luck to everyone. Clack, have a fantastic evening. Everyone else, do the same. Let's go take a look at Mr. Tim, see what he's building. No worries, Ed. Take care, buddy. Bye.
Hove KB.